I'm making Edna Adams cherry squares. 2 cups of flour. I used to work with Edna when we were at Hayden. Terrific baker. She always brought in such lovely stuff, and especially around Christmas. 1/3 cup of white sugar. So 3/4 cup of butter and 1/3 cup of white sugar. Now you're just going to mix that all up until it resembles fine crumbs. I cleaned my hands good. I'm going to end up using my hands. And put it into a greased 9x13 pan. Spread it all around. Pat it down with your hand. Then you're going to bake it for 13 to 15 minutes until it's lightly browned around the edge. Then you're going to take it out. We're going to do a filling, bake it again, take it out. Then we'll do the icing once it's cool. She used to make these every Christmas. Everybody liked them. Very, very sweet, so you want to cut them into just like maybe 2 bite-sized squares. Very delicious. If you like shortbread crust, anything with some sort of filling, these are the squares. Delicious. So if you see now, it all kind of looks like fine crumbs. It looks like it's too dry, but it's not. Once you press it down and bake it, it'll be exactly like shortbread. So here it is in the pan. Then you just pat it down like so, and it's ready to go in the oven. Now I'm doing the filling part of it. 2 eggs, so lightly beaten, just till the yolk and the white is mixed. To that you're going to add 1 cup of packed brown sugar and 1/3 cup of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, excuse me for 1 sec. The crust is ready. So I'm going to mix that all up. While I was waiting on my crust, I used my handy dandy chopper, and I chopped up 1/2 cup of walnuts. Well, a little bit more, because Edna's recipe calls for a small jar of maraschino cherries chopped up. Reserve the juice because you need it for the icing. But I only had like 3/4 of a jar, so I'm going to put in a few extra walnuts. So there's the walnuts and the cherries. So that's the topping ingredients. You're going to put it on the crust, bake it again at 350 for 20-25 minutes. Now I'm doing the last bit of this, which is the icing. So 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine, and because I had a little tiny bit of margarine left in here, I thought, well, I'll add a tablespoon of butter to it. So what you're going to do, I have measured out 2½ cups icing sugar. So we're going to mix that all up. Once that's all mixed up, I had mentioned when we were doing the cherries to reserve the cherry juice. So you're going to add 3 to 4 tablespoons. I'm just going to put in 3 right now and then mix it up, and if not, I'll add the 4th. So I ended up having to add the other tablespoon to make it a spreading consistency. Here is the finished squares. Here is the icing. So there's the icing all over the squares. Then just spread it. And the very last step is on the top, you're going to put a couple of tablespoons of coconut. So there we go. There we go. There we are. Maraschino cherry bars, all finished. So here is the finished product. Tasty, but like I said, very sweet, so cut them to squares very small.